So as if you remember, this is what we have seen, right? Let me just paste. We have created an agent with this particular name. We have seen there are two types of intent. One is the default welcome intent, and another one is the fallback intent. So we have seen what the difference between both of them. Then we have seen entities, right? So I have given you the example. You can have variable name, and then you can write down entity like @ sys, and you can have entities for different purposes. That's what we have actually talked about till now. Now, after that, I am going to talk about what we mean by fulfillment. Let's see what is this fulfillment, and what we need in case of fulfillment, and how it is going to be helpful for a chatbot. And then we will try to see what is knowledge base, because this is something which is going to help our chatbot to train with the help of maybe some CSV files or some other data. So how to train your chatbot with the help of that also we will try to talk about. And how to create a training file, that also I am going to show you. If you people have observed whatever the attachments I have sent it to you, in that attachment you will be able to find out one folder called as documentation, and in that you will be able to see the same documentation, plus there are some CSV files I have provided. It is the name FAQ, so frequently asked questions. So with the help of that only we are going to train it. So it's like a database. Knowledge base is like a database. We will try to talk about that. So the next thing is we will see what is fulfillment, then knowledge, and then we will go and try to see the integration. Which are the different platforms which are available for integrating your chatbot, and then we will go and we will integrate the chatbot. So let's see one by one. What is this fulfillment? Let's try to talk about that one. So as and when I clicked on the fulfillment, right? If you haven't created any fulfillment yet, you'll be able to see something like this. So there are two options in fulfillment. One is called as webhook, and another one is called as inline editor. So what is this webhook and inline editor? That's what we need to actually talk about. See, what we have done till now, we have developed a very simple, very basic chatbot which is going to help us to know about the weather in a particular city. Right? If you type some questions, it is just going to reply back, right? But what we need, for example, we need that our chatbot should give us the actual weather, right? Which is there on that particular location, whatever it may be, whether it's raining or whether it's very cold, whatever it may be, it should actually give us that particular information. Suppose if you want to create that kind of application, so what we need to do for that is you need to create an API. API, I hope everyone understands. API actually stands for Application Programming Interface. So you need to create a module, you need to create a project, you need to come up with some application we can say, and for which you have API, application programming interface. So you need to open that API. For example, you created the API for our some API with the name as weather app. Okay, this is the application which you have created. So if it is and obviously if provided with city name, you can fetch all the details, right? What is the city name, whatever required, you are going to fetch all those details with the help of this particular application. So this is the part which we are going to talk about in case of fulfillment. So remember, one point is that whenever we talk about fulfillment, we are going to need API, application programming interface. That means one should be ready with the API thing, or web application for short, I can say. Okay, so what we can do is with the help of this fulfillment, we can access the API, right? And how we write down the API? Obviously, for creating the API, you need to write down your own code, right? Maybe in Python, Java, whatever language you might be using. So it is like web application, I can say. So depending on the problem statement, go and develop the web application, and for that you will be having the application programming interface. So now in case of fulfillment, there are two methods. One is webhook method and another one is inline method. Let's try to talk about these two, and then we will see what is the definition of fulfillment. Let's try to understand. So there are these two methods, webhook and inline editor. Now we can have a webhook call, right? What do you mean by this? Suppose if you have application programming interface for a module for a project, so you can have a webhook call for that. So what will happen here is, for your project you will be getting a link, right? That link we are going to provide it to webhook. So for example, we are developing a chatbot. and we need to make use of the logic which we have implemented in our project. We need to make use of that logic in our chatbot. So you need to provide the link of your application into webhook. For example, we created a weather application. Now you need to deploy that particular application on some platforms. Maybe for example on cloud. For example, let's take example of WhatsApp. As WhatsApp is already deployed on a cloud, that's why anyone at any place in the world is able to access WhatsApp. Right? You are able to see messages or video, whatever it may be, whatever the data you are going to send or receive from the WhatsApp, you are able to see at any location in the world because it is already deployed on the cloud. So in that similar manner, whatever the application which you want to make use of in your chatbot, right? That application should also be deployed onto some platform like cloud, and then you will get a link for that application, and that link we are going to provide it to webhook. Okay. Another way, in case of inline, in case of fulfillment is another method is we can give inline editor. Now, what is this inline editor? For example, if you are suppose who will make use of this particular method? Suppose if you are comfortable with JavaScript, the people who are comfortable with JavaScript may go with inline editor, right? And if you are comfortable with this one, definitely you can go with inline editor method. And which is actually in JavaScript. Here you will be able to see something like some files like index.js. JS actually JavaScript. So there are two methods. Either you use a webhook method or you use an inline editor in case of fulfillment, right? So let's if I want to tell you what actually is this particular thing, fulfillment, in which we have webhook and inline editor, I can say that this fulfillment is actually the process in which we are making backend API call, right? So there is application, and to that application we are making a call in the backend. So in the fulfillment, we actually make a backend API call. So we are fetching some information from that backend API, and then again we are showing the same information to the user. It's like, see, it's like this. Suppose you have your bot, right? You have your chatbot ready. Now this chat, and you have your project ready or application ready. So what fulfillment is going to do is fulfillment is going to fetch the information from that particular application to the chatbot, and chatbot is going to make use of that application, and then it is going to show it to the user as per the as an answer to the user's questions or the queries. So if a particular application is just for knowing the weather in a particular city, right? So that particular application can be effectively used by chatbot. That's where fulfillment is going to be helpful. So it's like a process in which we are making backend API call, right? We are just fetching some information from the backend API, and then we are just showing the same information to the user with the help of a chatbot. That's an overview, I can say, for inline for fulfillment. Right? So as I told you, there are two methods which are available for fulfillment. One is webhook and another one is inline editor. Now, talking about this one, talking about the concept of webhook. What is this? So if I try to show you, as I told you that we are going to require one web application ready. So when you create your own API, when you create your own application programming interface, and that API when you will deploy it on somewhere, right? For example, let me show you. See, in our case, if you people have seen this particular folder, right? Google Dialog Flow Chatbot Master. This is actually a folder which I have sent you as a this is a zip file I have sent you, right? In that zip file, if you unzip it, you will be able to see this particular folder. Now inside this, you will be able to see all these files, right? So what is this? This is one application. What this application is going to do, I will tell you. So this application is going to accept username, user query, user email ID, and it is going to accept the course in which the user is interested, right? And then it is going to send the email to the user. So if I go and if I try to open this particular application in PyCharm IDE, you will be able to see the complete code of that particular application. That's what I shared with you people. Okay, see, what happens is we are going to solve one problem statement. I did not tell you the actual problem statement yet because I was just trying to explain the basic concepts which we require for understanding the chatbot. But this is the one application which we are going to require in a chatbot, right? And that is what we are going to make use of in our chatbot for answering the questions. That is one part of our chatbot, you can say. Let it just open first. I will tell you what it is. Don't worry about the code at all. Whatever I have written here, I'll give you an idea about that code also. Your job is just to try out all those things in the same way whatever I am trying to tell. And then once you try it out, once you will be able to run this particular thing on your machine, you'll be in a position to understand all this. So see, whatever you are able to see, it's a PyCharm ID. And in this PyCharm, you are able to see this particular code. So whatever is the code, it is written in Python. Okay. So what this application is doing is it is trying to take username, it is trying to take user query, it will take contact number of the user and the course in which the user is interested, and it is sending the email to the user regarding all that. That's what this particular application is doing. Right now, let's keep this aside for a moment. Let me again come to the basic concepts which I was trying to explain you. Fulfillment, right? So what happens is, suppose whatever the application you are able to see here, suppose just assume that and I have actually done that, I have deployed that particular application onto cloud, and in my case I have used Heroku cloud. Even if you do not want to deploy it, no problem. Heroku is a cloud actually. Heroku is a cloud platform on which you can go and you can deploy your application free. So whatever the application I have shown you, this particular application, I run it on my local machine first, and then I deploy it onto Heroku. I will show you on this local machine. I will run it. How to run it, I will show it to you. So see, the point is that whenever you want to make use of a webhook, one should be ready with API. That's what the basic point is. That is application programming interface. So here I clicked on fulfillment. I will go and I will try to enable this. Okay, and now see here you will be able to see something like enter the URL. So the URL of what? This URL is of the application which you had deployed onto cloud. That is application programming interface. So I have already done in this one in my case with another account. So I will have to log out from this particular account and then I will show you the complete project whatever I have done. Right, but try to understand what is this. Here we need to put a URL, right, for your web application. Suppose if we haven't created your application, what we can do is we can make use of inline editor. That's also possible, right? So the point is that when you create your own API, and that API when you will deploy it somewhere, for example, maybe on some cloud, and then it will give you URL, right? So this URL you will put in webhook, that is here. Okay, so whenever there is a fulfillment call, the control will go to webhook and appropriate response will be written from the webhook. Now see, I will show you how are you going to get a URL. Suppose this application, as I told you, it's a Python code. Let me run this. Before running this, you might be knowing how to make use of a PyCharm ID. So I clicked on terminal. It will open a terminal, and before running any application, so whatever you might be doing, whenever we develop projects with the help of IDE, right? So you need to create an environment first. So in my case, I have already created the environment with this particular one. This is called as environment. So I clicked on terminal. I'm able to see this particular thing. Okay. Now what I will do is I will try to run this particular application onto local machine. Once and when I run this application on the local machine, it is going to show me a link, right? With the help of which I can go and I can access this particular application. So that link I am going to copy and I am going to put it into webhook. But I cannot go and I cannot put the link from the local machine. I should actually deploy it onto cloud, right? I hope you people understand what is cloud, because if something is on cloud, anyone can access it. Now see what I'm doing, I'm just going to run and I'm trying to run this application. Run. So once I run it, after some time it is going to show me a link. Now see, this is the link. So in my case, this link is actually available on a local machine, 127.0.0.1, which is a local host, and 80.0.0.1 is a port number. Right? This is how actually request works, knowing that. So my point is that what you need to do is, suppose this is the link of my application which is deployed onto cloud. So I will go here, I will copy this particular link, and then I will go to fulfillment, and inside the fulfillment I am going to paste it. That's it. But what this link should be, what this should be the link of your application which is deployed onto cloud. See, if you are aware about different cloud platforms like Amazon Web Services, AWS, or Microsoft Azure Cloud, Pivotal Cloud is there, then Google Cloud Platform is there, then Heroku Cloud, just now I told you. So in my case, what I have done is I have deployed that particular application onto Heroku. If you people are not aware about how to deploy any application, maybe web application or machine learning model or deep learning model, if you are not aware about how to deploy any web application or machine learning model onto cloud, if you are not aware about that, you can try out Heroku. So if you are not aware about that, you can go and you can refer this one. I created a video. There was one session. So if you go and if you just try to refer at least this particular video, you will be able to understand. This is on my YouTube channel. Those who are not aware about it, those who are aware about it, no problem, right? So those who are not aware about it, you just go here and just try to search MLN deployment, and my name is search. You'll be able to get all the steps how to deploy any application on the cloud. So I'm not going to show all those steps here because already we have some less time here, right? That's why I'm not going to show you all the deployment steps. So but yes, there are only 7 steps which are required and which are shown in that video. You can refer that. My point is that once you deploy your application, now see, as I deployed my application on the cloud, this is a Heroku cloud platform. I'm able to see all these things because I already created an account of Heroku, and which is again free. Heroku allows us to deploy at max 5 applications at a time. So in my case, there are 3 applications which I have deployed. So if I go to this particular application, right, and if I want to get the URL of this particular thing, yes, I can get that. So go to that, go to settings. This is a dashboard of Heroku. Whatever you are able to see, this is a dashboard of Heroku Cloud, right? And I can go here and maybe see this is the link. I can go and I can copy and I can put it into Webbook, right? I can go and I can just paste it here. That's it. That's what one should do, right? So point is that your web application should be on the cloud and it should be accessed to one link, that is application programming interface. So that what will happen, whatever this application is doing, that particular thing can be used by your chatbot. That's the thing. Okay, try to understand. And now, what is inline? What is this inline editor? I told you, those people who are comfortable with the JavaScript, they can make use of inline editor also. So you can go here and you can just enable it if you want, right? That's also possible. So other you can make use of both of them. I told you fulfillment is just a process. So how to do all those things? That's what we are actually going to talk about. Right. So far, this is the functionality we can understand. Right. We can understand it by taking the simple example of a weather API where you are going to give the city name, and using that city name, the actual weather conditions they are going to be returned using the fulfillment approach. Right. So your application will be doing that. Now after this, we have created some different intents, right? So after this, I'll be showing you the problem statement. Before that, let me talk about this one, knowledge. Now, what is this knowledge? This knowledge is actually like a database, I can say. What I can do is, I can provide a CSV file or some Excel file here. And based on that, I can go and I can train my model or chatbot. Let me show you the folder which I have provided you. In that folder, if you go, you'll be able to see this particular file, FAQ. If I go and if I open this FAQ file, you'll be able to see questions and answers. So what will happen? Suppose, see, there are different questions and answers to that. So as our problem statement to say, why choose Bharat Populations for Data Science Master Program? So this is the answer to that. So this is actually a database for our chatbot. Our chatbot, if it is stuck somewhere, it is going to refer this particular application, referring this particular FAQ file, frequently asked questions. So for your purpose, what I have done is, I have created a very small file also, like this FAQ file, and this FAQ file I have passed to the knowledge base. Let me show you. Okay, let me go here once again. So let me show you the file which I have shared with you people is in that file only 3 questions are there. I think it is. Let me check. I think it is in this folder. So I will show you the file which we are going to make use of. I will create a separate folder. So, yeah, see, now you can see this is a CSV file. So what is the duration of the course? Answer is the duration of the course will be 3 months. Okay. What other courses you offer? Blockchain, Core and Advanced Java, Tableau, Power BI. This is the answer for that. Who will be the mentor? Mr. Yogesh Murumkar, mobile number 965 This is what is given. So for your understanding, I have actually created a very simple file with only 3 questions. Right. So what we will be doing is try to understand in case of a knowledge base, if I click on knowledge base, you can go and you can add the knowledge base here. That means you can go and you can add that particular file. You can just browse and select that particular file. Okay. So connector, it's actually a beta feature, right? You just need to go and you just need to enable it. See, why am I showing you all those things here? Because I'll be directly moving to the project now in which I have already done all these things. That's why I'm trying to tell you the meaning of all this. So knowledge base, I told you, it's like a beta feature, right? So you just need to go and enable it, and you will be able to see, or you will be able to select the or browse the file which I have shown you for frequently asked questions. So knowledge base, actually we require a CSV file for that, and in that CSV file, always remember, as we are going to pass a CSV file to a knowledge base, that particular file should be having only 2 columns, that is questions and answers, right? Only it consists of only two columns, questions and answers, and it should be comma separated file, right? And there should not be any commas in between the text here. This is a basic rule which is actually followed whenever you are trying to upload a file in knowledge base, right? That is one important thing about knowledge base. And talking about the integrations, this particular element, what I told you that this is the part which we are going to do at the end. So you can see the chatbot which we are going to create, right? You can go and you can integrate that particular chatbot with all these third-party softwares, I can say. You can see there are options like Dialogflow Phone Gateway, Avaya, Signalware, and so on. And it's not limited to this one, telephony. So you can see text based. In our case, I am going to show you our project, how to deploy it onto web, right? I am going to show the demo of this, and I am going to deploy the application onto Telegram. You can go and you can deploy it onto Messenger from the Facebook. You can use Slack, you can use Line, and other options are also there. Okay, so like this, a lot of options are available. You can check Sparks, Skype is also there, Twitter is also there, Viber is there. So number of options are available. Out of all those things, obviously it's not possible to cover all of them. So we will be deploying it here and here. That's what I'm going to show it to you. So, right? I hope you people have got a basic idea about all the elements which are written here. Now, what I will be doing is, as in this account, I have not created anything, right? The problem statement which we are going to implement, I am going to explain you that, and I will after that I will log out of this particular account, and then I will go and I will log into the account where the project is actually created. So, see, let me log out of this. Let me sign in with the Google. Now, let me sign in with the account in which I have created the chatbot application, complete chatbot application. If you go to that, where I have fulfillment, where I have intent, where I have knowledge base, where I have integrated everything. Let me show it to you. So let it open. Hope it's correct account. Okay. Yes, this is what I actually I showed it to you at the start. Right. This is what I showed it to you at the start. Now let's try to see intents, entities, knowledge, fulfillment, and integration. These are the things which are already done here, right? So as I told you, as I showed you about integration, right? Integration part, right? So whenever we need to integrate our bot with different channels, right? So, and what are the channels that are available? I have showed it to you. So chatbots, you can go and you can integrate with all of those with their API keys and whatever the keys they actually provide. For example, if you want to go and if you want to integrate your chatbot with Facebook, so you need to get the keys, required keys from the Facebook, right? And on these platforms, once you search with the name of your bot, you will easily able to find the bot, right? And you can have conversation with the bot. So all these channels are other channels you can make use of to promote your business or whatever publishers you want to find, you can go and find. Plus, there are some more things which are there, like these things are remaining. These things also we are going to need, and that is called as one is called as small talk, and Another one is called as pre-built agents. Now, what is this small talk? So, whenever people know that they are having a conversation with a chatbot, right? Generally, what happens? People tend to have a bit of fun. So they might ask random questions, like uh, random questions to the chatbot, like maybe what is your name, how old are you, what is your age, who is your creator, right? Maybe they will ask like, do you believe in God? Maybe they will say, I am not satisfied with your answer. So all those things they will try to do. So maybe so for that, what you can do is, for that your conversation should not actually fall back. If they are asking some silly questions which are not going to make any sense, because of that, your conversation should not go to the fallback intent, right? In that case, what we can do is we can go and we can define some witty replies so that the conversation can continue. And for that purpose, we make use of something called as small talk. And what is this pre-built agents? They are actually given by Google Developer itself. These are like to help you to build your own chatbots. So there are different use cases given. So whatever the use case matches to your requirement, you can actually use that particular thing. So that is nothing but pre-built agent. According to the problem setting, you can go and you can actually you can go and actually build that, right? So if you enable out of all these two, mm, okay, this one. If you enable small talk, and let me show you, if I go and if I try to click on this small talk, okay. So if you enable small talk and if you go to about section, you may be able to see this one about section. So in my case, it's already enabled. So and if you go inside this about section, you can configure some witty responses. For example, who are you? How old are you? So that conversation will not be boring, but it will be more interesting, right? So that's what small talk actually can do. That's what we have done here. You can check it, right? All these things you can check. So that is the purpose, just to keep on the conversation going. That's why we make use of this particular small talk. Now, let me come to the problem statement. What is the problem statement which is implemented or for which we have created a chatbot? So the problem statement is like we need to build a chatbot for an educational website. Try to understand the problem statement. Okay. We need to build a chatbot for educational website which has some functionalities, right? So what are the functionalities? The first functionality is like the bot should be able to gather some information. For example, bot should gather the email of the user, right? It should gather the name of the user. The bot should get the contact number or mobile number from the user. All this information our bot should be able to gather. This is first functionality they want. Another functionality is what our bot will do is then bot will ask for which course customer is interested. That means our chatbot should be able to get the course name from the customer or the user, right? And then based on the response, our bot should send email containing the syllabus, right? This is another functionality. Send email with syllabus. This is what our bot should do. And who will take care for sending the email? The application which I have shown you in the pie chart, that is this one. This application is going to take care for this functionality. Try to understand. That's why I said to all of you that you need to have some patience and you need to be there till the end to understand everything about Django. Then only all these things are going to make sense. If you are doing it first time, obviously, you need to just be there and try out all the things whatever I am discussing here, right? So obviously, patience is very, very, very important in this case. So sending the email is for this one actually we have created a separate application itself, which is in Python, right? Third functionality, what we want is in background an email will be sent to support team as well, right? So this will also be taken care by our chatbot. Email will be sent to support team. This is again one functionality we want in our chatbot, right? With what else? What else? Email should be sent to support team as well with customer details where name, address, contact number, and name of the course the customer showed an interest in. All these things will be mentioned. So the support team can go ahead and answer the queries of the customer. That's the third functionality we want in the chatbot. And the fourth functionality we want is what can also answer all the frequently asked questions by the customers. That is nothing but FAQs. And those FAQs will be taken care by whom? Knowledge base. That's why I showed you knowledge base first. Right? I hope it is making sense. Those who have attended the session from the start, I hope people are at least able to understand what are we trying to implement and why we are trying to implement in the same fashion. Right? So these are some of the functionalities which we want, right? So whether you use Telegram, whether you use web page, but it should be able to do all these functionalities. Okay, now let me give you overall idea. Let me tell you the flow. What are we going to do now? What our chatbot is going to do. So the chatbot which we are going to implement now, let me show you the flow of that. What's going to happen is, first of all, user is going to greet, maybe by saying good morning, hi, hello, what's up, something like this. Suppose user said hi. Okay. After that, bot is going to reply. Right? Our bot should reply. So what it should do is it should list down the courses which are available. So as we want to develop a chatbot for educational website, right? So it should list down all the courses which are available. Once chatbot has listed down all the courses, then there's a turn of the user. Right? Then user should choose or enter the name of the course. Enter the course name. This is what user is going to enter. Once user enters the course name, okay, then again bot is going to ask some questions. What is going to ask to enter maybe what we want, name of the user, customer, name of or email ID of that customer, contact number of customer, and so on. This is the information our chatbot actually or our bot application should get from the user. And once that is done, right? So user is going to give some details, or user is going to get some details like email, email sent to customer, right? Email should be sent to the customer. After that, email sent to the support team. This is what functionality we want, which is actually taken care by the Python application. And then what is going to do is what is going to ask any other query, right? What is going to ask any other query. So if so, suppose it is like this. If there is no query, then conversation should end. And if there is a query, then user can ask frequently asked questions. This is what our chatbot is going to do. I hope everyone is able to understand this complete flow. If anyone is in doubt, you can ask. Right? This is what we want to implement. This is the complete flow of our chatbot, which I am going to show it to you now. And then there will be implementation of the same chatbot. Okay. Obviously, there will be some failure points in this. I'm not saying that this is 100% correct. Obviously, there are going to be some failure points. For example, user is entering course name. So user might make a spelling mistake in that case. So in that case, what's going to happen is control is going to go to the fallback intent. So what should happen is we should create buttons for that. Like an exception you can handle that. Or maybe instead of the query which user should enter, user is trying to type something else. So in that case, what chatbot should do is you can make the chips like yes or no, correct or wrong, right? So the architecture of this application only is shown in the PDF file. Let me show it to you. So if you go and if you try to refer this PDF now, you will be able to make sense. This is what it's shown, right? This is what we have discussed at the start. All these things. You go dialog flow. I told you intent, agent, fulfillment. All these things I have discussed. What is agent? How to create it? I told you. All these things we have discussed, and then see how the conversation is going to happen. That also we have discussed. And creating an intent, I told you. Training phrases, how to give them. And now the problem statement, that is for educational website, we want to create a chatbot, that's what I'm going to show. So let me open this dialog flow. Now here you can see if I go and I clicked on this one. Let me just scroll up. So you can see I have created an agent with the name BharatSoft underscore chatbot. This is the agent which I have created. How to create the agent? I already show you with another account. Okay. Now here intents are also created. So if I go in, if I go and if I try to click on intents, you'll be able to see all these intents. Continue the conversation, course selection, default fallback intent, default welcome intent, end the conversation, and whether intent is like is the intent which I have even shown it to you also. I hope you people are able to understand what that intent is. Entities are also created, okay, or again if you do not want, you can go and you can create the entities here also. Talking about knowledge, now in this case you can see I have given name of a CSV file, that is frequently asked questions. It's a same CSV file in which there are 3 questions and 3 answers. Same CSV file I have given it as a knowledge base. Where it was asking who is the mentor, so it showed mine, right? What is the duration, the 3 months of the duration, and fulfillment. So in the fulfillment, what I have done is I have given the link of the application which I have already deployed onto cloud. So this is the link I have given. I am using a fulfillment here. And now talking about the integration. So you will see that in my case, there will be 2 options which are enabled. So you can see here, web demo is enabled and Telegram is enabled, right? So how to integrate it with Telegram? What are the other steps which are required? That now we can go and we can understand. Let me go. First of all, let me run the chatbot here itself. Suppose if I click on this agent, right? So maybe or maybe suppose intents. If I click on intents, if I write down some query here, suppose if I say hi and enter, now it should show me what? It should show me this particular message. See how it is able to show me this particular message, because that's what we have done here. Try to understand what is the default fallback intent, what welcome intent. So see, I click on welcome intent. Okay, see this is what we have seen in the previous example. In the welcome intent, which are the training phrases? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, just going to say hi, hey, yeah. All these are the training phrases. And what is the answer to that? So answer to that is, hello, welcome to Bharat of Solutions. Following are the courses that we offer. One data science masters, 2 machine learning masters, 3 NLP masters, and so on. And finally, we are asking them, please select a course. So that's what it has replied. Try to understand. See, this is what it has replied, right? So once I said hi, it is replied me on this particular answer. After this, what should happen? Now I should select the name of the course. Suppose I select the name of the course as NLP Masters, because I have written the same name, continuous name. That's why. Now, okay, again it is asking me what is the course name. So, NLP Masters is the course name. Now you can see it is asking me what is the customer name. Suppose customer name, if I go and if I try to enter my name, okay. Now here you can check. It is asking me what is the customer email. So what I can do is I can go here and I can type the name of email ID pm5555 my email ID @gmail.com. Once I give the email ID, now it is asking me what is the customer contact. So I will give the contact number 965 This is my contact number, and if I enter it, now what it is saying, we have sent the course syllabus and other relevant details to you via email. An email has been sent to the support team with your contact information. You will be contacted soon. Do you have further queries? Now, from where it has actually understood all those things, intents and the fulfillments. That's what we have written. That's what I was trying to show you earlier. Now see, it is asking me what? Do you have further queries? So it is saying that you already sent the mail to you. Okay, and sending the mail, that particular functionality will be taken care by that application which I have deployed onto cloud. So now if I say yes, I have some doubt, right? So just I will again once again show you the CSV file. See what we have written in the CSV file is, if I go and if I try to open this frequently asked questions CSV file, we'll be able to see only 3 questions. Right? When you people will try out to develop the chatbot, I will suggest you to use the bigger one, right? So you will get a better idea. See, what is the duration of the course? What other courses you offer? Who will be the mentor? So it is saying the duration of the course 3 months. Other courses we offer blockchain, core and advanced Java, Tableau, Power BI, and who will be the mentor? Yogesh Mulunga with mobile. Right now, see if I go in the chatbot and if I say yes here, it is asking me, do you have further queries? If I am saying yes, then the control is going to go to the knowledge, this one, and this knowledge is going to make use of what? It is going to make use of that CSV file. Okay, now see, it is asking me, tell me the question. Now suppose if I ask it, maybe who will be the mentor, suppose. Okay, who will be the mentor? Now what it should return? It should return my name. Now see, it has written my name. Which Yogesh Mulunga mobile. Suppose if I ask you, if I ask it, what will be the duration? 3 months it should show me, right? The duration of the course will be 3 months. So why it is able to answer that? Suppose even if I do not write down the complete query, other courses. If I write on other courses, let me check whether it answers or not. Now see, it has given the answer. Blockchain, core and advanced Java, Tableau, Power BI, right? And once I say no, then it is going to say bye. Because that's what they have said. Thanks for contacting our support team. Will get soon get in touch with you. Bye. So from here it is actually able to answer all those things. So go to the intent. Okay, and you will be able to see end conversation. So end conversation is again an intent. What we have written. So if it sees the word no or if it sees the word end, how it is going to answer that? It is going to answer it like this. Thanks for contacting our support team. Our support team will get in touch with you. Bye. So even you, obviously you can go and you can make it as good as you want, right? And this is what our chatbot is actually, right? So what I will show you now is I will directly go to the integration part. Now, how to integrate? How to integrate it? So if you go inside the PDF, see all the training phrases I have already given in there. Okay, if you want to see all the training phrases, you can check course selection. So if you go inside a course selection, so all the steps are shown in the PDF file. That's why I'm putting that you people, if you those who have gone through the PDF file, definitely they will make sense very fast. See, same thing I'm showing here also. Same thing I am implementing here also. These are the courses which are offered. As and when user enters higher, these are the course names which he or she is going to see. That is in course selection intent. Okay. After that, there is one more. There are other intents also. After course selection, let's see what is there in default fallback intent. So in the default fallback intent, you can check training phrases. Is there any training phrase? No. What are the responses? But in the responses, you can see all these are the responses. If you try to enter something which we have not given to our chatbot, it is going to give all the responses. I didn't get that. Can you say it again? Sorry, can you say that again? Can you say that again? And all those things. So this is nothing but your default fallback intent, right? Let me go and try to show you default welcome intent. So what is the default welcome intent? I show you. If user is entering good afternoon, evening, and all those things, our chatbot should reply with all the courses which we offer. This particular thing. So that is nothing but the welcome intent. After that, if we go here and let me show you end conversation, I have already shown you. Course selection, continue conversation. This one also is going to be important. So if I am saying yes, I have a query, or maybe if I am saying yes, I have. So our chatbot should reply with please state your question, please state your query, or tell me the question. This is what our chatbot asks us, right? So this is how you can go and you can actually develop the chatbot. Now after this, what if there's a non-technical person and he wants to make use of all these things? That's what I'm going to show it to you now, right? So see what happens in case of integration. If I go here and if I click it, now as I shown you, a lot of options are there, and I told you that in my case these two options are available. One is nothing but the web demo, right? This particular thing, and another is nothing but Telegram. So let's see first of all how to deploy it onto Telegram. Let's go to the PDF document. In this PDF document, same thing. Whatever I have shown, same thing is going here. Okay, and fulfillment also I have shown you. This is nothing but the structure or architecture. User is going to enter some expression as the input. Then according dialog flow is going to do what? Dialog flow is going to search for the intent matching. If it matches, it is going to make use of API service. There will be a call to the webhook request. There will be a webhook request. What is webhook? I already told you. Fulfillment will be checked. External APIs will be used. Right? They are going to reply it, and then database also going to be used. That is nothing but knowledge base in our case, right? And accordingly actions will be performed. Then there will be a response from the webhook. So webhook is going to take the data either from some external application or from the database, and then it is going to return to the API service, then sending the response to the platform where you have integrated your chatbot, and then it is going to be sent as a output, maybe as a text or maybe as audio, right? And that response user is going to get. This is what the flow of our chatbot actually is. Okay, so all those points are again theoretical points are mentioned here in these things. Now, and what is webhook? That is also shown. So here, if I go and try to show you integration, how to integrate your chatbot with this one, uh, Telegram. That's what we use integration. Now see, here there are steps given. So what you need to do is to integrate this particular chatbot. Just go to Google and just search for web Telegram. Okay. If you go and if you try to search for web Telegram, open it. Now here you will be able to see the Telegram. Okay. As we have already created the chatbot, what you need to do is if you are trying to integrate it first time, refresh it once again. So as you can see, steps which are given here in this case. The first step you need to do is go and find out this one, bot further. There is something called as bot further, which you need to find it out. And then you need to fire a command called as /start. Once you go and once you type this particular command, this one, right? What's going to happen is it is going to give you a link, and that link you need to go and you need to put it into your Telegram account. That's what we are actually trying to do. Okay, let me check. So same name, whatever I have given, with the same name I am going to search for that particular. Here you can check it, right? It has opened. So see here, if I go now, you will be able to see this particular Bharat Soft bot. What is this? This is the bot which we created here. As it is already integrated, that's why you are able to see. I am trying to tell you how to integrate this one. See, Bharat Soft bot. Now, what you need to do? You just need to go and click on Telegram. Okay. So see what it is saying. If you are able to see, there is one token I have copied here. Now, from where I got this token? So I got this token from Web Telegram or from Telegram. How? For that, you need to come here and you just need to type this command /start, which I have already typed. Right. So you need to go to this one. Maybe I will try to show and open it in. I will try to click on this. So telegram.me.bot further. Just allow it. So bot further is the thing which is going to help us. to get that particular link. Yeah, maybe by mistake I might have logged out. That's why it is asking me all these things. Otherwise, I was already logged in. Let me check. Let's see, it is loading. So my point is that you just need to go to this one, okay, and you need to search for something called as bot father, right? So whatever the link I'm trying out this one, bot father. So this bot father is going to do what? It is going to reply you with one code. Maybe I am able to see all these messages from bot father. Here, whatever I have done, you can check it here. We need to go and just type this particular command, right? So you can see it is giving us all this help which is available, right? So I am not going to fire it right now because I have already done it. You can see all those steps here. Once you are here, once you are here in this step, you need to click start button in the web interface or type /start. That's it. So click on or type /new bot and enter a name. So you need to follow all these steps and enter username for the bot. Username should always end with bot word. Always remember, suppose in my case, what I have written Bharatsoft bot, it should always end with bot. So you need to follow these steps, and then you need to copy the generated access token, which I have shown you in my case. So these are the steps. See, here you can check. It is in this case, it has written this particular token. This token it has written. You need to just copy that particular token and paste it into the Google dialog flow like this. In this case, like this one, Telegram token. So this Telegram token you are going to get from the bot. This is what I was trying to tell you. Once you get that, let me close this. Once you get that, suppose if I go and if I try to search for Bharat, let me show you. Suppose here, if I go and if I try to say hi, so say it will show you all those steps whatever I have applied earlier. Let me just go and scroll up. You'll be able to see all these things whatever I have done at the start, so that it will help you to know what type of answers it is going to show you. So it is just loading. So maybe just let it load. I think I created it on 15th of August. So it is still loading, but yes, previous commands you can see. That's what I am trying to tell you. Okay. Now see, let's till then just try to run. Now see, I can ask all those questions. Maybe let me show a running version. See, I am typing hi, enter. It should reply me. What it should reply now? It should reply me that names of all the syllables, right? Let's check. I think it is taking some time. Now see, it has replied me with the names of all the syllables. What all the courses. I type hi, bot is replying. Hello, welcome to Bharat Solutions. Following are the courses that we offer and all these things. Right? And it is asking, please select a course. What I can do is suppose I will type simply NLP Masters if I select. So it is waiting for network. Right? Now see, it has replied. What it is saying, what is the course name? I will enter. In our case, actually, this is one drawback. It is asking me to enter the name once again. Maybe I will have to change the make some changes in the intent. That's it. Now see, I have entered NLP Masters. Now it is asking me what is the customer name. You can check it here, right? So suppose customer name I am writing down in Sachin. Then it will ask me other information. What was that? contact number or email ID, something like that. Right? So again, it is waiting for network. I entered Sachin as the customer name. Now see, it is asking me what is the customer email ID. Suppose customer email ID is Sachin1234@gmail.com. This is the customer email ID. After customer email ID, what we asked it? I think we asked it about contact number. Right? Yes, contact number it is asking me. Suppose I will give my contact number 965 and see it understands. Okay, it understands that okay, this is a contact number or this is a city name and so on. Now see, what it is saying, we have sent the course syllabus and other relevant details to you via email. An email has been sent to the support team with your contact information. You will be contacted soon. Do you have any further queries? Now see, it is asking us, do you have any further queries? So if I go and if I try to say yes here, so what it is going to make use of? It is going to make use of knowledge base. So see, if I say yes, it will ask me, tell me the question or something like that. Now see, suppose if I ask it, who is the mentor? Show my name because we trained it like that only. Who is the mentor? Now see, it has replied, Mr. Yogesh Murunka, mobile. This is what it is showing us, right? Suppose I ask it, what will be the duration? So 3 months we have given, so it should answer us 3 months only, right? The duration of the course will be 3 months. And one more point, I told you other courses, one more question we have given in knowledge base. Other courses offered. See, it takes the keywords. Even if I do not enter complete question, but our chatbot will be able to understand. See, it is replying blockchain, core and advanced Java, Tableau, Power BI. See, even if I go and if I try to type something like this one, mentor, or bot is able to understand. It takes all those keywords. See, I just typed mentor and it has replied like this. Mr. Yogesh Murankar, and it has replied with the mobile. Right? So if you people want to make use of this chatbot, just go on your mobile phone also you can make use of. Just check it. Just you can go and you can type Bharat Soft. You people also will be able to see my chatbot because it is deployed onto Telegram. And you might have seen that deployment is really very easy. You just need to go to Google Dialog Flow and enable it. And then take the token from the Telegram, web Telegram, and then copy paste it into Dialog Flow. That's it. If you people want, if you are having an account on Telegram, go there and just search Bharat Soft. You'll be able to see this one. And you try to ask similar kind of questions. You'll be able to see the answers which, with the help of which we have actually trained the bot. Right? So if any question, if anyone is having any question in between, you can ask. I know that you need to try it out definitely. As I told you that definitely it requires a try. Without that, we cannot understand completely. That's for sure because it also requires time, right? And whatever the things you need to run the code, whatever I have shown you, this particular code for sending the mail. This is one functionality actually I can show you. Now this is one part. This is how you can go and you can deploy your chatbot onto cloud, onto Telegram, right? Now let me show you what you can do if you want to go and if you want to deploy it onto a web page. So what I can do is just go here, click on web demo, and you will be able to see this code, right? Just copy this particular thing, right? And what we can do is copy that and just create a text file. Okay, suppose let me create a text file. Okay, paste that code. What I had done, I just clicked on web app, copied the code, and I'm trying to save it. Suppose let me save it onto desktop with some name like India.html code and saving it on desktop. Okay, so to save it, close this file. I will go to desktop. I will see if it's available or not. Okay, so the name was India. Okay, I think it is there. This one. Now I will just open it. Now see, same chatbot you are able to see on a web page. Obviously, it should be designed. There should be a design, but you can see this is the page, right? This is what the page is. Obviously, there is nothing written, but just for your understanding purpose. Generally, whatever you might have seen chatbots at a very small place. Like this. Yes, that can be definitely designed. And even you are able to see this name. If you want to remove that, that's also possible. You can go and you can change the name. In my case, I given this particular name. You can give a proper name. You can have a design. You can have colors. You can have colors for text. All those things which are fancy, which they are possible. Suppose see, if I again, if I say hello, let's see the reply. Now see, it is replying the same thing. Hello, welcome to Bharat Soft Solutions. Following are the courses that we offer. All those things, right? Suppose again, if I go and if I try to select a course, some course out of this, right? NLP Masters. So in our case, we need to give it 2 times because of the intent. The way we created the intent. So NLP Masters. Now all that information, whatever it asks us in case of Telegram, same thing actually it should actually show us. So NLP Masters, what is customer name? It is asking me. What is the customer name? Right? So then it is going to ask us the email, right? 1234 @gmail.com. Same thing. What is the contact number? Something like this. Again, the contact number. Obviously, you can go and you can have some filters also if you want to check something. Some field, that's also possible. So it is asking us, do you have further questions? If I say no, it will say bye. If I say yes, then it is going to take the help of the frequently asked question file, that is knowledge base. You see, there will be the question. So if I go and if I try to type just an enter, it should reply me with my answer. Right? Because very few questions I have given, that's why. That's why I told you that you can make it a bigger picture file instead of the one which I have shared. I shared both of the files with you. If you check in the folder, I shared both of the files. But if you want, I will suggest that you use the bigger one. Okay. So yes, see, this is what we are able to see, right? And talking about giving the inputs in different formats. Yes, that's also possible. Suppose if I go here and if I try to see here, what am I doing is let me give audio as an input to it. See, I will click on this. Again, why am I able to do this? Because if I go and try to check integrations, okay, and in integrations, you'll be able to see different options here, right? So we can make use of the functionality of the Google, what we can say, Google Assistant, which can take the audio as well as the text as a input. Let me show it to you. And number of things are actually available here in case of Google development. Let me show first of all. See, I will type hello. Now see, I did not enter anything, but still it got the input. User says hello, and it replied, right? So try to understand. It can even take the audio as input. So you don't have to worry about how to convert that audio into text. Google Dialog 2 is going to take care of that, right? So that's how it is going to make the thing simple. So once you try to develop the chatbot on your own, at least by using any of the frameworks, maybe you can make use of Amazon Lex, or maybe you can make use of Google Dialog 2, or whatever you want. You can make use of Microsoft's product. You use anyone, it will be easy for you to understand this. First time it will require time, but it will be interesting for you people as and when you go and you try to solve different types of problems. And believe me, NLP or natural language processing is having a really great future, right? And it's really interesting actually. Whatever you say in Alexa and all those things, same thing is there. What is that? It is that how it is actually able to give you all that information, right? It's something like chatbot only. It's just that input is audio, output is also audio, right? Some same, we can say more or less same only. So this is about how to deploy your chatbot. in a short, we can say, right? So obviously, if anyone is having any question, you can ask. I know that you might be having some questions once you try it out. Then only you will be having some questions. Before that, let me show you. See, there is something called as analytics available here. This one, and there is one more thing which is called a history. So if you want to see with whom your chatbot has actually had a conversation, or what were the questions which were asked to your chatbot, all those things even you can get here itself, right? See, if you go to history, you will be able to see Telegram when it was accessed today. So let me highlight all those things. What was the conversation? You can check it. What type of conversation did happen? That is given here, right? When? Today only. So this one actually is nothing but when it started. So started till the end. So between these two days, what type of conversation will happen? All those things that is going to show. Okay, where it actually happen, all those things. So that is actually shown in history. If you want to go and if you want to see analytics, that's also there. If you want to make use of that, that's possible. And one more thing. So yes, cloud developer console in India. So what was the timing overall? It is going to show some graphs. And see here, if you go and if you try to check in fulfillment. So yeah, fulfillment is way book and inline data. I think it is in there are some default responses. There are some default responses which are possible. So there are some default responses. Maybe with say here, this is what I am talking about. In responses, if you check, either it is default or the response given by the Telegram. So if you go and if you try to click here, responses from this tab will be sent to the Telegram integration. And for Telegram, if you want other responses other than this, that's what you need to go and you need to add it. You just need to enable this with the help of this button. Just click on this, enable it, and you'll be able to customize the responses as per your requirement. That's also possible. Right? And whatever the intent, you want to set it as an end of the conversation. That also can be possible. So these are some of the things which you can make use of while creating chatbot, right? So and yeah, as I told you, don't worry about this code. Just for your purpose, as or you otherwise, if you people are aware about Python, you will be able to understand this one. So what I have done is here I have used a framework called as Flask. You might be knowing there are different frameworks which are available in Python like Django is there, Flask is there, Falcon is there, Fast API is there, and so on. If you understand any one of the framework, understanding the other frameworks is not that much difficult. So I have used a Flask framework because I wanted to deploy this particular application on the cloud, right? So it's a simple Python code actually. But the basic application of this one is what? To send the email to the customers. Now, if so, here what I am doing is I am making use of some templates which will be sent as an email to the customer who inquire. If I go and if I try to show the templates, I don't know whether you people have gone through these things or not. You are already having all those things, right? So see, let me go and let me try to show these templates. Let me open this template. Again, these templates are created in HTML and XML. That's not your job actually. So see, these kind of templates are created. So the people who inquire, they are going to get an email like this. Greetings from Bharasov Solutions. So automatically they will get an email. Obviously, for getting the email, what should be done is the email ID from which we are going to send the email. That email ID should be there in the code as well as the password should also be there, right? So in your code you will not see my password, maybe you will see my email ID only. But in that case, what you can do is just replace my email ID in the code with your email ID and give your password. So somewhere here you will be able to see that you need to give a password actually to go and to send the email. So see, our application is running on this particular port number and this is the host. So you might be knowing this is nothing but what? This is a local host, local machine, my laptop in my case. Correct, right? It is not deployed on the cloud. So that's what you can do, and it is expecting a JSON data file because JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. So whatever the data we are entering, username, that's customer name, customer contact number, all those things, that is actually in the JSON format, JavaScript object notation format. That's why it is accepting the request from the user as a JSON format. Okay, and this send email file. So see here you need to give a sender email ID. So in my case I did not give because again I need to give a password also. So you need to give a password also. See here you need to give a password of your Gmail ID. Just for security purpose I did not give. That's why that functionality I did not show it. Okay. Now talking about these templates which we are going to send it as an email attachment to the user, let me show you. See this is what user is going to get. This is the first template, right? Another templates are also available. Suppose if I have machine learning template, all the details regarding the fee, duration, see data science masters, added benefits. So these are actually in advance created. We are just making use of all of those things in our project. That's it. So that's why I said that do not worry about this particular application. It's a Python code, and here I have used a framework which is called as Flask. Okay, you can make use of other framework. Maybe some of you might be aware about different frameworks. So yes, that's good. You can go and you can definitely make use of those frameworks, right? So you can see what I have done here. I have actually imported all the necessary packages. So as it's a mail sending, so we are going to require SMTP protocol, simple mail transfer protocol. You might be knowing about this MIME, right? MIME. What is this MIME? It is multi-purpose internet mail extensions, right? Multi-purpose internet mail extension. What is this? MIME is actually a kind of add-on or a supplementary protocol which allows non-ASCII data to be sent through simple mail transfer protocol. It actually allows the users to exchange different kinds of data or different kinds of data files on the internet. It may be audio, video, images, or maybe some application program as well. So that's why we actually imported this MIME text and MIME text, right? So it's a Python code. You can maybe later on you can go through that just to take a sense out of that, right? So that was about a chatbot. I can say in a short, this document is going to be very helpful for the people. If you have any difficulty in the chatbot, you people are always welcome to ask the questions. No problem about that, right? I know there is some time limitation. That's why you might not be able to do all the things along with me. No problem. But otherwise, if you would have done like that, you would have required more time. But I will recommend that you go and you try out all the things which are given in the document as well as whatever I am just trying to tell you, right? Maybe you will be getting the recording of this just try to follow all those things. So that's the first part. Now next one what I want to do is I want to show you an example. I want to see one example where we are going to do Twitter analysis for live tweets based on live tweets, or that is called a sentimental analysis I am going to do. So for that, I have code. That code also I have sent it to you people. You just need to execute it. How to execute it? I will tell you. Those who are aware about it, no problem. Okay. Now see, this file you must have received Twitter sentimental analysis, positive words and negative words. I hope every one of you are having these three files. Twitter sentimental analysis, positive words and negative words. You might have received the mail. What I will do is I will open this. Okay, now this is the code. What you need to do is just copy this code and run it into R. How? Let us. So I am just going here, copying it. I will explain you this code line by line. So I copied this code. Let me go here. Okay, I need to open R Studio. I hope you are aware about R Studio and R. In my case, R Studio as it's already installed and able to access it. I will be able to see this window. I will go and I will try to create a new R script and copy that code here because I am not going to type each and everything here. So what are you going to need here? You are going to need access tokens. As we are going to fetch live data from the Twitter, so we are going to need some access tokens here to connect with Twitter. Let's see how. As it's a live data, that's why first of all we should connect with Twitter. I will go and I will open a new R script here. Whatever the code I have sent you, I just copied that and I'm pasting it here. Control V. Okay. Let me clear everything. Let me clear this in environment window. Let me clear everything here also with Control L. Okay. So this is the code. Again, those people who haven't tried this particular thing yet, that one you can try it out. If you have RStudio, you can try it out right now. But yes, again here also some patience is required. Now see, what is our target? Our target is to do sentimental analysis using R. In this case, what I'll be doing is, suppose I want to know what people are talking about Mr. Donald Trump. Whether they are positive about him, whether they are negative about him, or they are neutral about him. What is going on Twitter about that person? I just want to know that. So for that, what we do is we do a sentimental analysis project on with the help of light tweets. Now, which light tweets? The tweets which are about Donald Trump, right? So, what are you going to require for that? So, for that, you are going to require or you need to install some libraries. Let me tell you which are the libraries. In my case, all those libraries are already installed. But let me tell you one specific library for which you might get some problem is nothing but TM. Right now, what are we going to make use of here? We are going to make use of all the concepts which you people I think you have already learned in your previous assignments. That is nothing but what do you mean by corpus? I hope everyone is aware about corpus. Corpus is just a collection of documents, right? How to clean the data? What do you mean by stop words? These are the things which we are going to require, right? What are the positive words? What are the negative words? So there's a list of stop words in R which is by default available. If you want to go and if you want to create a list of your own stop words, that's also possible, right? So and along with this, we are going to require some libraries. So TMS library generally, which takes some time to install actually, but in my case it's already installed. How to install it? That I will tell you. See, first library which we are going to require is R color viewer. Because of this library, what's going to happen is we will be able to, whenever we will try to plot some graphs, we will be able to get that graph in different colors. For example, in this particular use case, we are going to plot one plot that is called as a word cloud. Right? First of all, we will plot a word cloud, and then we will go and we will try to analyze the things. So for coloring the things, we are going to require our color viewer. So this is the command. Install.package is name of the package, whatever you want to install. So in my case, as our color viewer is already there, I am not going to run install.packages once again. I am going to run library R color viewer. You might be knowing, right? Once a package is installed in R, there is no need to install the package once again. It is just that you need to go and you need to library that package. That's it. So what I will do is I will put my cursor here and I will run library R color. If it is showing you warning, go here and run it once again. Now see, library R color viewer has run without any error. Okay, that is first thing. That means it is already installed. That is done, and I have library ready. So it's like importing we can say in Python, right? And in R we actually do it by library. Library is like for this session. Now you will be able to make use of all the methods which are available with the help of this package. After that, as I said that I am going to plot a word cloud, right? So again, this is also installed with the help of install.packages. I'm not going to waste time here. I will directly go and library that particular word cloud. So library word cloud, I will run it. This is to plot the word cloud. Again, if it is showing you here, go here, try to run it once again. Now you'll be able to see library word cloud. Okay. Now this is the package TM. TM actually stands for text mining. It is used for text mining, text analytics. There are different methods which are available in TM package. So it's already installed. What I will do is again library TM. Let me run it once again. So it is used for natural language processing. You can see it is not showing you what. After that, as we are going to deal with Twitter data or we are going to deal with tweets, live tweets. So here we are going to need a package called as Twitter, right? So I am just trying to import that particular thing with the help of this command. So if it is already installed, it will run properly. So in my case, you can say as it's already installed, it did not show any error kind of thing, right? So these are the important imports we require. And yes, obviously we are going to require one package called as RO authentication. So for authentication with the Twitter, we are going to require this particular package, RO authentication. That's why I'm going to import it with this particular command. And PLWire package we are going to require for statistics. That also I'm going to import, right? And stringer package, because we are going to deal with the character or string data. That's why we are going to import this library that is called as string R. And base 64 is again a package, base 64 encoding. For 64-bit operating systems you can make use of this one. That's why I'm importing it. In my case this is needed. So base 64 encoding I imported. If it is showing you warning, go here and try to run it once again. Snowball package, snowball C. You people might be knowing about different techniques which are under different stemming techniques, right? So snowball is one type of a stemming method. There are other stemming methods which are available. You might have learned in text analytics or natural language processing. So I am going to import that. What it is going to do? Suppose I told you, right? It is going to help you to get the base words. For example, there is a word like computation, right? Or maybe computer, something like this. For example, the base word of this one is compute. So snowball is going to help us to get that base word, right? Because I told you ran, runs, running. What is the base word? The base word is run. Right? So ultimately, as we want to do sentimental analysis, so we are going to need base words, and that's where this snowball is going to come into picture, and that's why I'm just trying to import. Okay, so import that. Okay, showing warning. Get here. Wait one second. Now there's a time to connect to the Twitter. So here in this code, I have shown two ways to connect to Twitter. One is with the help of certificate. First of all, authenticate yourself with the help of a certificate, and then go and try to request all these things. Okay, this is one way. But what I have seen is many times in this way, many times there are some difficulties or it requires time. That's what I have observed. So that's why there is another way to connect to the Twitter or to authorize with the Twitter, and that is nothing but this one, by using some keys. So from where am I going to get all these keys? So we are going to need four keys: consumer key, consumer secret key, access token key, and access token secret key. So from where are we going to need? For this, one should first of all have a Twitter account, right? And once you have a Twitter account, you need to create a Twitter's developer account. Again, it's free. What you need to do is go here and maybe you can check for developer.twitter.com. This one. Just click here, right? In my case, as I already have this account, so what you need to do is you need to create some apps, right? You need to create some apps, or I can say applications. So again, how to create the application? So once you get here, once you get to the dashboard, you'll be able to see create app option, or maybe those people who already tried it out, they will understand it, or those people who already have this account, you might be able to see this option. In my case, you can see here, see these are some of the applications which I have created. See why I created this already, because creating the app, then putting the information in the app, and then getting the key, this whole task requires some time, right? So see, again, it's not difficult to create the application. Actually, there is directly a option available for creating the app, right? And then you just need to put the information and follow whatever they are saying. They will say that okay, this many number of characters should be there. Simple things actually, not so difficult, right? So see, in my case, YPM sample. Suppose this is the application I have created. Now, if I go and click on this one, keys and tokens, just try to see here. There is this particular tab available, keys and tokens. If I go and if I try to click here, you will be able to see some keys. Obviously, there are some notifications from Twitter that they are going to change from this date. They are going to. I will not be able to make use of all those keys. I will have to change it or I will have to save it. Now see, as and when I clicked on keys and tokens, this option, I am able to see these keys, API and secret. So let me just highlight it. API key and secret, and access token and secret. So what I can do is, I can go, or either I can generate or I can click on view keys. So as and when I click on view keys, I will be able to see this key. So what I will do is, I will just go here, copy it. I will go to RStudio in my code, and instead of the consumer key, I will copy that key here. This is what you also need to do, because your account will be different than mine. Try to understand. First key I have already copied. Okay. After that, what I will once again go and try to copy this one. So it is copied. I will go and I will copy it to API key secret. Right. So I will go to the RStudio, and here I will paste it. API key secret instead of consumer secret is API key secret. So and paste it carefully. Okay. There should not be something missing here. Once that is done, once again go here, close this. Now come for access token and secret. Till now we were trying to copy these things, API key and secret. Now come for access token and secret, because we are going to need access token and access token secret. Okay, so what I will do, I will once again go to the Twitter. I will click on regenerate. Yes, regenerate, and see it has shown me two keys. So I will copy the access token. It is copied. I will go to RStudio, and access token I am trying to copy here. If I make a mistake here, my code will not run, or I will not be able to connect to the Twitter. Right? Let me go and try to make use of access token secret. Copy this, go to the code, and copy the last key. That is this one. Okay. So these four keys we have copied, and I'm just assigning them to these variables: consumer key, consumer secret, access token, and access token secret. Because these are the four keys which we are going to require to connect to Twitter. So let me run one by one. Consumer key, consumer secret, access token secret. So I have actually assigned them to variables. Now there is a time to connect to Twitter or authentication from the Twitter. So for authenticating from the Twitter, we are going to make the method called as setup underscore Twitter underscore co-authentication. And here we are passing all those keys as arguments: consumer key, consumer secret, access token, and access token secret. Now what I will do is I will just click here and try to run that. Now here it should not show me any error. Okay, it is saying using direct authentication. So this method is called as direct authentication. So it did not show me any error. That means I have copied those keys correctly. Okay, but how to get those keys? Try to understand. First of all, you need to have Twitter account. Once you have a Twitter account, just go to developer.twitter.com and you will get the option to create the app. Once you create the app, go to access and token, go to this keys and tokens, click on this. So for creating the app, you just need to provide some information. Why are you making use of that app? For what purpose? You need to say that I'm going to make use of that app for analytics, for learning purpose, and so on. You need to write down this in 200 characters. Just follow that, and you'll be able to see application like this. So in my case, you can see the application tag app side and you can make use of any one of that and get the access token keys, right? And try to connect to the Twitter, right? So once that is done, now let us see whether we will be able to fetch the live tweet from the Twitter or not. Now see here, for what I want to do, search string is equal to, suppose I want to search for Donald Trump, so I will search with the keyword Trump. Okay, this one. So Trump word I have assigned it to search string key, search string variable. Let me run. Just a simple assignment. And what are we doing? See, search Twitter, search string n is equal to 100, language is English. That means it is going to fetch live 100 tweets wherever there is a search string. What is search string? Search string is Trump, right? This is what we are going to do, and we are going to assign it to a variable called as string, right? Or if you want it with some familiar name, that's also possible. Just for understanding, so see, suppose I want to search with the name Virat. So this is the search string. I will have to run it, and whatever we will get the tweets related to the hashtag Virat. 100 tweets we will get. Let me search it, right? And then see what is assigned to the trump variable. So we can see list of 100. Let me show it to you. But the tweets related to Virat. See, and these are the live tweets. You can see 100 tweets are there. So see, as it is Virat, so that's why these words are there. Cricket Akash, I want to see you play. Commentary for Virat Kohli, right? And so on. Somewhere you will be able to see the words like, yeah, see Rohit Sharma. The words which are related, somewhat related to that word, Virat Kohli. So Virat Kohli. So maybe again, as we have given English language, even if it is not an English language, still you will be able to fetch all these things, right? Maybe somewhere you will be able to say Anushka Sharma also, because it related word, right? So you can see all these are the lines which you can easily fetch in the one variable. But these are only 100 fields, because if I would have given a larger number, then obviously it would have taken a lot of time. So what I will do is, instead of Virat Kohli, as we need to see some negative fields also, so I will make it as Trump. I will just change the variable to it. Search Twitter 100 tweets with hashtag Trump, and then display. So now whatever I am which is assigned to Trump variable, those are the tweets related to the hashtag Trump. Now we can see. Again, these are live tweets. These are the tweets which are related to the word Trump. So you can check it, right? So it's not limited. You can have more tweets also. Moving forward. Creating the text file. Obviously, as we need to do the sentimental analysis of all the tweets. Obviously, our data should be in proper form. That's what we are trying to do now. So there are different family of functions which are available. Apply family of functions which are available in R, which actually helps us to apply different operations on the data. So what I am doing is, actually below we have written a function. That function is going to clean everything, right, in our data. So that function we are going to apply to this particular variable. What is there in trump variable? In trump variable we have all the fields. So we are just trying to create a text file, and we are trying to store that particular output in trump underscore text, and this is how we are going to display it. Okay, same tweets, but just after converting it into text file. Now there is a time to clean the data. So how are you going to clean the data? So see, we are going to make use of gsub. Gsub actually stands for global substitute. What it will do is, in this case, it is going to remove HTTPS. So in tweets, you might have noticed that there are some links like this, and you know that the words or the lines which are starting with this HTTPS or HTTP, or with some punctuation, or maybe with some digits, D means digits, right? Or maybe with some control characters, they are not going to contribute anything to the sentiment of that particular document. So what we do is, we are just trying to remove them. So what this particular line is going to do, it is going to remove everything from Trump text which is starting with HTTPS colon slash slash, right? Whatever which is starting with this one, it is just going to remove that. So that's what, or substitute that. So substitute this with a blank. That's it. That means removing, right? So global substitute. Run it. Again, whatever which is starting with HTTP, replace that with a blank. Whatever which is starting with some graphics like emojis, smileys, and all those things, again, remove that. Punctuation marks, PUNCT means punctuation. Control characters, D is nothing but what? Whatever is which is starting with digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just remove that. That is remove the numbers, right? And str underscore replace underscore all. So Trump underscore text, where this is what, this is caret sign. It actually depicts what? It is nothing but whatever is starting with some graphics. Again, instead of that, just give a blank or a space. That's what, replace that with a space. That's what we are doing. And now there is a time to create a corpus. I told you, as you people are aware about text analytics or NLP, you might be knowing about this particular word corpus. Corpus is nothing but a collection of documents. So whenever we want to do sentimental analysis, you might be knowing that you should have your data in the form of corpus, right? There are different algorithms which can be used either in Python or in R, or methods which can be used in R and Python for sentimental analysis for NLP, we can say, like TF-IDF I have shown you in the morning, right? Transfer, that is vectorization or vectorization. So basic need is we need to convert everything into corpus. Corpus is a collection of documents. So creating corpus, how it looks like, if you want to see, you can just go and run this particular line. See. So it is giving us the metadata, that is data about the data. So how many documents are there? 100 documents are there. So each line will be one document for that. You can say each row. If you want to go and if you want to see the help of any function in R, you might be knowing that we put a question mark and then write down the name of the function or the method for which we need help. So question mark and TM map. TM map is nothing but text mining. This is a method available in text mining package actually. So question mark TM underscore map is nothing but to get the help about that particular method. Just go here and run it, and you'll be able to see this kind of help. This transformations on a corpus. So what are we doing after that? From text. So TM map I am going to apply. So what it does, interface to apply transformation functions. Also we include as mappings to corpus. So whatever we got as an input, whatever we got as a corpus, just we are trying to apply some functions. We are trying to convert everything to lowercase. So from the corpus we are trying to convert everything to lowercase, and that's why we are just trying to map particular method on a data. That's what this TM map is going to do. So I'm just trying to run it. Or in simple words, I can say I'm just trying to make my data clean, removing the stop words. Now, what are the stop words like and, is, are, and, or, right? All these words are not going to contribute anything to the sentiments, and that's why they should be removed. So that's what we will be doing. So how to remove the stop words? So let me check where. Let me check where what was that file. Okay, it was, I think, this one. Let me see. I think untitled 14 actually. So this is where we were. This is what we were trying to do. Right now, if I want to know how to remove the stop words, right? If you want to remove the stop words, first of all, you should know what are the stop words. So we have seen till this point. We have seen. Okay, is it right? Let me check. Let me check the variable name, whatever I have given, is it the same file? Okay, this is untitled 14, that's what I am doing. By mistake, I clicked on some another tab, that's why. So these are the things which we have done. Okay, I run it once. Now, we were trying to talk about this corpus, creating the corpus. That's what we have done, applying this function. Now, removing the stop words. Now, what are the stop words? If you want to know that, go here and try to see which are the stop words which are provided by R. Because go and just enter here, you'll be able to see lot of stop words. See, these are the default stop words which are provided by R. Which are provided by R. If you want to go and if you want to have your own list of stop words, yes, that's also possible. See, which are the words like the, and, but, they are not going to contribute anything to the sentiment of the document, and that's why it is necessary to go and to remove it. That's why we are just trying to remove the stop words from the corpus. That's why we are using that particular command to remove it. This one, removing the stop words. So from text corpus, I'm just trying to highlight it. This one, remove words. So this is what we are going to make it. If you want to see the complete command, again you have that particular, see, stop words method I am calling here. Why? Because it gives us default stop words. So we are going to remove them from the corpus which we just now created. So we are just trying to remove it. That's it. So that's why I will run this particular line. Once all the stop words are removed, remove this one. Now we are going to apply, we are going to map, we are going to remove words like this. See, they are going to, C is nothing but what? C is a method in R which is available to create a vector. So this is term rt just These are some of the elements of the vectors. Trump is an element, RT is an element, just an element. So C actually stands for combine. So we are again removing these words also. They are not going to contribute anything. We are just removing. If again, you can go and you can add more and more words as you want. Okay. So we created a vector of the words here. Vector is nothing but one dimensional array. I'm just trying to create a vector of all these words. For your understanding, I have just shown three. It can be any number of elements in the vector. So as those words are also not going to contribute anything to the sentiment, we are going to remove them. Okay, and after that we are going to convert everything into a data frame. I hope you people know what is data frame. It's a collection of rows and columns. Okay. So Ahmad Jamal Sheikh is asking, sir, in this case the statements like I like Trump and I don't like Trump, both will be interpreted the same way since don't is one of the stop words. So see, if you are able to see that particular thing, you can check it. Here, you can find out. Is there a stop word like don't? Let's see. So I think they are alphabetically arranged. No. Let's see. Does, did, doing, do. Are you able to see don't? See, there is no stop word called as don't. Let me check. Got the answer? See, don't is not showing as one of the stop words. How much, Chaman? Are you getting? It is not. Okay, can't you people are able to see? That's why, see, that's why I told you. Even if, see, I am not able to see don't as a stop word here, but even if you people, suppose, by chance, suppose if there is a don't stop word, what you people can do? You can go and you can customize the list of your own stop words. That's why I told you, it all depends on the problem set. Are you getting my point? It all depends on the problem statement. You can have your own stop words. And that's what we do in real time. We try to create the list of our own stop words because every problem statement is going to be different. Are you getting my point? Was that was the question? Ahmad Jaman, are you getting my point? Right? Yeah. So you can go and you can create your own stop words. That is possible. This is a simple example which I'm trying to just put forward in front of you. But yes, in real time, what we do? Initially, we create the stop words according to the requirement, and then only we go and we apply all these functions or methods. I'm trying to show. Okay. So removing the words, remove which words we have removed. So this one we have already done. After that, I told you that we are going to convert into a data frame. Let's see. So building the term document matrix. What is this? If you people remember, I showed you something called as TF-IDF. TF-IDF method is what it is going to do. TF-IDF method is going to count number of times a particular word is repeated in a document. Right. So let me run this. If you want to go and if you want to sort, that's also sort. Question mark sort is just taking a help. What is sort? Okay. And see, we are going to convert everything into a data frame. So data.frame is a command to create a data frame. Data frame, you know, a collection of rows and columns. If you go and if you try to see what is there in Trump2 variable and what is head command by default chooses 6 records in R. But how many we want? 100. So let me check first of all 10 only. Okay. Let me see. Now see. You can see these are the words which are repeated in a number of times. So first 10 words it is showing us. Own word is repeated 14 number of times, do not is repeated 12, and so on. Okay, within is repeated 8 number of times, and so on. And obviously, not only this many number of words, there are other words also. But I have shown you only 10 with the head count. Okay. After that, now we will go and we will try to plot a word cloud. So this is the command to plot the word cloud. Word cloud. This is the text because for word cloud we require text in corpus. Minimum frequency equal to 2. It means what? It means the word which are repeated minimum 2 number of times. Include those words in the word cloud. How many number of 12 words you want? So I want 500 number of words. And this is nothing but the size, right? Size of those words. And colors, our color viewer package I have already shown you. What the theme you want? I want dark blue as a theme. And we want random colors. We do not want same color. And we want the words as horizontal and vertical. So let me run it. You will be able to understand what I am trying to talk about. So you should see a word cloud here. Let's see. Now see, this is the word cloud. Let me zoom it. Again, if I want to go and if you want to increase the size of this particular words, that's also possible. I have included 500 number of words. You can see the word which is repeated most number of times is in the size of that word is larger, right? And the words which are repeated very less number of times, they are in small size. And there are some words which are vertical, there are some words which are horizontal. So it all depends on the ratio which we have given in the code. That's a word cloud. Okay. Now we will go and we will try to have a sentimental analysis. So what happens is getWD is a command actually to get your current working directory, get working directory. So in my case, my working directory is C users user documents. So in this folder only, I have files positive dash words.txt and negative dash words.txt. So at the start only I told you when I mailed this particular code to you people, I also mailed these files to you. And just notice that these two files should be present in the same directory. Okay, so these two files should be present in your current working directory. Okay, this one and this one. And in my case, my current working directory is C users user documents. So what I can do is I will show you. I will go to C users user documents and I will try to show it to you whether these files are present in the directory or not. C users user and documents. And in that I should be able to see positive dash words.txt file and negative dash words.txt file. See this one, positive dash words.txt file. This is the file which I have already sent it to you, in which is actually written in a particular format. You might be knowing about lexons and all those things. So see, all the positive words are here. Similarly, there is something called as negative words.txt file. This is the file. So these two files are already with you people. Just try to make use of that same way whatever I am doing here. Okay. So what I will do is I will assign whatever is there to this particular variable and this one. So positive dash words and negative dash words. I will just run it. Okay. And then we are going to write down a function which is going to calculate score based on the positive words and negative words. So here this is how we write down a function in R, right? To which we are going to pass as an input and we are going to pass arguments as positive words and negative words. So based on that, it is going to calculate the score. And all those things I already discussed with you. That is nothing but cleaning. Okay? So this is a function actually which is written, and it is going to calculate. Finally, it is going to calculate the score. So if you want to go and if you want to see the score here, first of all, I will have to run the function. Okay, and finally that function. Obviously, we are going to apply it on the data set here, and then this score of the sentiments we are going to get in the variable called as result. So here we are going to get the result. Okay, so if you want to see what is there in result, so I can go and type it here, result. Roll enter. You'll be able to see for all the 100 fields. You'll be able to see the result, and you need to go and if you want to go and if you want to see the score from the result, because in result there are different uh, text as well as score. So if you want to go and if you want to see score, suppose like this, if you want to see, go and check, you'll be able to see positive, neutral, negative, -2, -1, -3, and so on. So for all those 100 tweets, you are getting the score. And if you want to see the summary of that, you can go and you can see the summary. So minimum value, first quartile, that is 25% percentile, median 50 percentile, mean, average, third quartile 75 percentile, and maximum that is 100 percentile. I hope you people are able to understand what is the percentile and quantile. Okay, so or maybe you might be knowing about box and whisker plot in Python. Exactly same thing. And finally, if you want to go and if you want to plot a histogram for the sentimental analysis, you can do that. This is the histogram you'll be able to see, right? So you can see that for Donald Trump, there are some negative comments, right? More negative comments as compared to positive. You can see. So in general, you can notice that on Twitter, people are negative about Donald Trump as compared to positive. And yes, neutral are also there, right? And then if you want to go and if you want to count it, that's also possible. So -3 score is 4 times, -2 is -1 is 18 times, neutral is 42 times, 1 is 20 times, and so on. According to that, this particular histogram is actually plotted. Okay, so I hope everyone is able to understand all those things. At least you got an idea. So I will recommend go and try out all those things, whatever I have discussed. I will be sharing the video also on my YouTube channel. Definitely you can refer. At least those who are interested, because I know all these things definitely require time. Okay. So anyone any question? Just let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, we will conclude. I think I will have to unmute someone. So, yes, Yash Kumar Kalaria, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yes, guys, if anyone is having any question, please let me know. Otherwise, I think we are already done. Okay. Let's go for the time. So I will also not waste your time. I will not also take much of your time because I know you people are also busy. Right. So yes, anyone any question? Just let me know. Yes. Please feel free to clarify your queries. Or maybe, as I told you that even if you are having queries afterwards, so what I can do is maybe see if you have some queries, those people if they are interested to develop some projects, maybe in future. This is my email ID, yogeshpm5555@gmail.com. Even we people also provide some internships and projects. Okay, those who are really interested, definitely they can approach. This is what my email ID, and even you can contact on WhatsApp number also if you really interested, or if you have any doubt regarding all these things. This is what my WhatsApp contact. Okay, I think yes, there are no doubts from the people. I think we can conclude.